Hey everyone, First T here. Thanks for checking out this YouTube channel. Congratulations, Patrick Cantlay, on winning the 2020 Zozo Championship. Here's his post-win virtual press conference interview.
Patrick, welcome to the interview room. Congratulations. You are now the 2020 Zozo Championship winner, and with the win, you moved to number 2 in the FedEx Cup standings. Talk about your win and your excitement to be in the winner's circle again.
Yeah, I played really well. I feel like I have been playing well for a while, and this week it just kind of all came together every day. Obviously I started today a few back, but I knew I had to go out and make a bunch of birdies, and today was actually the only day I made a bogey, but offsetted it with enough birdies.
We'll go ahead and open it up to questions. Just a reminder to use the chat function if you'd like to submit a question. We'll start with Doug Ferguson with the Associated Press.
Patrick, nice going. Well done. A couple things. Was there any part of you when you talked about playing well and kind of being there all week and feeling good all week, looking at the scores and wondering if you weren't going to get a repeat of B&W last year?
No, I mean, you just knew this week the greens were soft and there were going to be a bunch of birdies, and so especially with those 5 par 5s. So I wasn't expecting that, and then also the way JT did it at BMW. I mean, he made that blitz on Saturday. That Saturday blitz where he holed the shot on 16 or whatever. That's like once in a lifetime stuff. So it would have been pretty impressive if he was holing shots again.
What to you is the best part about winning?
I think it's just validation of all the hard work. I put in a lot of work and try to do the right things all the time. And so when it all does come together, it's really rewarding because it's all that hard work paying off.
Thanks.
We'll go to Ben Everill on the PGA Tour.
Thank you. Well done, Patrick. Mate, yesterday was one of those days where your putter wasn't there for you, but today it was absolutely there. You've been seemingly grinding on it the last week or so. Can you run us through how you've been working on that and how it came together for you today?
Yeah, I have been working on it, maybe a little more than usual, especially last week in Vegas. I actually switched putters recently, and so I think this is the 3rd or 4th event I've played with this putter. I'm trying to get my hands a little more forward and the putter a little more square at address, and so today it felt really good. I felt like yesterday I didn't have that many makeable putts. There was maybe one on 16 that I really thought I should have made, but other than that, I thought I putted well all week, and so today they just happened to go in, and I also gave myself a lot of opportunities.
What did you change from and to?
Very similar, both Scotty Camerons and both GSS models, Newport 2-ish models, and the new one's just slightly heavier and actually a ½ inch longer. But other than that, it's very similar. It's almost identical in look.
And is it true you never played here before? As a Southern Cal guy, was it surprising?
The last part of your question cut out, but yeah, I have not played here before this week, and I usually like to see the golf course actually 2 times all the way through. This week I only saw one, I think the front 9 twice. I saw the back 9 once. So I liked the golf course. It was good. It was in really good shape, and so I just never gotten up here. I live about an hour and a half. I grew up about an hour and a half away, and there's a lot of golf between here and there.
Fair enough. Thanks, mate.
Rex Hoggard, Golf Channel.
Sorry, Patrick. Can you tell me why you only got to see the front 9 twice, not the back 9 twice?
I took Monday off after
Okay.
two weeks on the road, and I wasn't in the Pro-Am, so.
And then I wanted to ask, and I know Steve Sands asked you this, but what does it mean to win in California, pretty much your hometown? I know it's an hour and a half away, but your hometown.
It's really great to win at home. I look forward to hopefully winning at Riviera. And anytime you win close to home, it feels just a little sweeter. And so I felt comfortable all week. I like this cloudy California weather. I'm used to it. It's what I grew up with. So it was just a nice week.
Thank you.
Daniel Rappaport, Golf Digest.
Yeah, hey Patrick, congratulations. You've had some close calls since the Memorial. I'm wondering, given how well you've been playing and how well it's been the last couple of years, whether you were at all frustrated by not winning until today.
Sometimes, sometimes yes, but being close is also a testament to the hard work. I just needed to put it together for 4 days in a row. I had been playing well in a lot of events, and actually, like we referenced BMW, that was a good opportunity. JT just played out of his mind, and I think really the goal is just to get into contention every week, and the more you do that, the more you'll close the door.
Next up is Adam Schupak with Golf Week.
Hey Patrick, just curious, what was you changed the putter, but what was the miss, or what was the problem that you thought that a little heavier putter might help with?
The putter I had used was always just a little light, and so it was always something I was trying to get into, but had never been able to get away from that other putter. I had used a different putter at the British Open when the greens are really slow, and I think going forward, having just that little more weight in the putter will help me not have to hit at the ball when the greens get a little slower, and I can just kind of naturally, I take a long kind of rhythmic stroke, and so I won't have to hit at it when the greens get slow with this just slightly heavier putter.
Okay, and are you a leaderboard watcher, and did you know where you stood on 18?
Yeah, I won't actively search out the leaderboard, but I definitely knew where I was. I actually didn't know where I stood on 16. There weren't any leaderboards. I thought I was still maybe behind or tied, especially because I knew those guys were behind me and could make some birdies. And then on 17, by the time I got to 17, I knew where I was. So I knew where I was 17 and 18.
What's the shot from this week, from today, that you think you'll remember 20 years from now?
Yeah, the iron shot on 15, that's a hard hole, and to make a birdie there was definitely getting some back on the guys. I don't think there couldn't have been that many birdies there, and it was just one of those swings where you make the swing exactly how you picture it in your head.
All right, we'll go to Steve DiMeglio, USA Today.
Patrick, what happened on the third shot on 16, and did you give yourself a good talking to walking to the green and then up to 17T?
Like I said, I didn't know exactly where I was on the leaderboard. I thought I still had to make birdies, so I was firing right at that flagstick, and I pulled it a little bit. Occasionally that happens, even to the best of us, and I wasn't expecting it to hit the tree. Thought it would actually cover the tree, and I think if it would have missed the tree, maybe it would have caught the edge of the green, but it hit the tree and went to a bad spot.
And in other sports, teams more often than individuals talk about peaking too soon. Is that any concern at all for golfers, for you going into Augusta?
I don't think so. I was able to win one of the tournaments Tiger won last year, so now I'm just going to go try and win the other event that Tiger won last year.
Perfect. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
We'll have another question from Doug Ferguson.
Not to dumb this down, Patrick, but I'm curious about some club selections on the back nine. Those some good birdies. So
Sure.
Mostly what you hit in on 13 for your second.
3-wood.
It seemed like a good shot. And did you say 3/4 7-iron on 15?
Yep, and 14.
And 14 was good too. Sorry, didn't mean to overlook that one. Nice birdie. And then the other thing I wanted to ask you, Patrick, I outside of the playoffs, it's rare to see you play 3 tournaments in a row. And I know you had a couple in Vegas and you like it there, but is that kind of a shift in any thinking, or was that strictly a location decision?
just a location decision. These two events are good events and just easy. Come out to Vegas for a couple weeks and then just a quick trip over here. So I don't usually play 3 weeks in a row, but if the tournaments are right, then I will.
Was that was there any level of irritation at not being at Eastlake a few months ago, and did that serve as any type of motivation? Did it do anything for you?
Yeah, I think a little bit of motivation for sure. But I kind of chalk last year up to just being weird with all that time off, and I had a nose surgery after the LA Open, and so I really didn't have that many events in. And so how the FedEx Cup works, you just got to total up number of points. So you need, I shouldn't say you need, but lots of events help. And so I just didn't have enough events really in, and obviously didn't play great that playoff time when the points are triple.
Okay, thanks.
Our last question will come from Ben Everill at the PGA Tour.
Thanks. Clearly, you're of a elite talent or whatever, but when you stood there at the start of the day and knew that John and Justin were at the top of the leaderboard and most thought it would be a shootout between them, what's your mentality? You feel like you're sort of playing with house money and just go after it?
A little bit. I mean, I think even thinking about it in terms of house money, it makes it feel like if you don't play well, then it's not important. And that's not really the mentality I had. I just had a really aggressive mentality from the start. I made a couple good swings, early. I made a bunch of good swings early. And so after feeling comfortable with my golf swing and, my distance control, it just felt like it was off to the races and see how many putts I could make. Starting the day, I knew I needed to get off to a good start and play the par fives well. And I did both those things well, except with the exception of 16.
Can it be an advantage to start, I guess, a little earlier on a course like this where you sort of are expected to go low like that so you can put that little final hole pressure on those guys?
I don't think so. I'd love to start with a big lead and get off to a good start and have an even bigger lead. I was definitely expecting those guys to make some birdies down the stretch, and I went to the range after I finished because I figured with those two guys in the group behind me that one of them would get to at least force a playoff.
Congratulations once again, Patrick Cantlay. What are your thoughts on the 2020 Zozo Championship? Let me know in the comments section below, and please click on the thumbs up icon if you liked this video. Subscribing to this YouTube channel and sharing the video also helps, and don't forget to click on the notification button for this channel so you won't miss the next First 2T video.